Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new, I'm Katie and welcome to another bookish adventure. So I thought I would do another reading vlog, and as you can tell, I'm in a very strange setup. I'm in Gavin's car. He's just popping into Sainsbury's to get us some bits, although I think we are getting takeaway. So I thought I'd do another reading vlog because I kind of just felt like it, and I finished The Wrath and the Dawn on Sunday and I started a new book, and that new book is The Crossing Places by Ellie Griffiths. So this is the first in a detective story. I think it's Ruth Galloway, and she's sort of like not a paleontologist, the other one pathologist, but also an archaeologist. So she specializes in bones, and at the start of the book she is called out by the police. She's at work. Oh my god, my bags look terrible. And yeah, they have found a body, and the policeman is hoping it is the body of a missing girl, but at the moment, on sort of first inspection, it seems like it is the body of someone from an Iron Age era. And I think the area where they live in, I think, is that sort of place, I guess. Like, they found remains and they've done archaeological digs, and she's a professor there. I'm only 30 pages in. Okay, and I have a slight issue, and that issue is my face is really shiny, and I just like, it's because I took off my makeup and I put moisturizer on. I just realized I have some serious glowing. Yeah, I'm 30 pages in and her weight has been mentioned a lot. I don't care what size the characters are, truly do not give a shit. Like, thin, fat, big, tall, small, tall. It does not really bother me. I'm sorry, I'm looking around because I'm like, can people see me? Because I'm about to get ranty. Yeah, it doesn't bother me, but 30 pages in and it's been mentioned a lot. She mentions it, it's not from the first person, but she is mentioned in her stream of thoughts, and then she has to get into a police car and she's like, that always makes me feel fat, or reminds me that I'm fat, and I'm really worried that they're gonna have like a secret weight sensor and it's gonna make an alarm go off to be like, oh my god, she's fat, like press the emergency button to eject. And it's like, are you for real? And the policeman, he also made a comment about it in his point of view, in his head, about the fact like after 5 minutes she was like out of breath. Now, some background information here. I am 5'1". Yeah, let's go. I'm 5'1". And the character in this book, her height's not specified, but she's 12.5 stone, size 16. I have been that person. Your girl is a visual representation of what that is. I was no bigger at that weight than I am now. Maybe like sometimes my jeans could be a size 14. My top half is always a 16 because your girl's got tater tots. Yeah, when I was 12.5 stone, I was no different to the weight I am now, really. Like, visually, not that much difference. I think I see my weight more in my face. Yeah, so I don't know, is she smaller than me? Because the way it's being portrayed, she is being portrayed like she's a big girl, which again, I don't care about. But I'm sat here and I was sat on my lunch break like should I be feeling really bad here? Because it's like, it was not making me feel good at all. It was making me feel quite shit about my body. Yeah, it was not making me feel good at all, because I was like, so am I just like some gargantuan monster? And I googled the author and she's like completely just a standard lady, middle-aged, might have like a bingo wing, just like a normal lady. So I really don't get where that has come from. I'm really hoping as the book progresses, like, it's not gonna be something that keeps being brought up, because it just did not make me feel good. And yeah, I've been that weight and I really wasn't any different to what I am now, to be honest. Like, So aside from that topic, I'm still reading / listening to Troy. I looked this morning and I've listened to 7 hours out of 11, so I'm really far into it. The last time I looked, I was 4 hours in. I don't know how I managed to get to 7 hours. I'm really enjoying it. I know I would. It's just obviously, you know, learning lots more, and lots of stuff I already knew, but actually hearing it again, like the fact that they just waited around for like 9 years is just ridiculous. But yeah, it's just lots of fun learning stuff and hearing his like way of delivering it to you. So yeah, it's really good to see. And my main read will just be my work one, and hopefully it will get better. You know, the body has been found, so we can just get on. So for the rest of the week, I am working. It's my weekend off, so I'm gonna edit last week's video. Oh, there's a person. So yeah, I'm gonna edit last week's video, which is my book review. I'm gonna start that today whilst Gavin's sort of washing up, doing some chores until the food arrives, and I will carry on with that tomorrow, because I won't have, normally I edit my day off, so I won't have as much time as I normally will. So yeah, I will check back in with you throughout the week and we will see how this book is going, and hopefully they won't be going on about her weight every 5 minutes. She's finally stopped banging on about her weight. I cannot tell you how happy I am about this fact. Oh my god. I mean, don't get me wrong, her weight is still being mentioned, but not to the level of annoying that I found it before. But yeah, it's just like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. The Crossing Places. I am nearly halfway with this. I'm on page 126. Oh, 200 and... oh no, it's still got... oh wait, that is a preview to her new book. Okay, so the actual story, 299. So yeah, basically super close. I'm not gonna lie, nothing is really happening, not massively. So before, I kind of just gave you the general rundown of what it was about. So the body was found, it turns out to be the body of an Iron Age era girl, and the policeman was hoping that it was going to be the body of the girl who went missing all those years ago. Cut to however many days later, I don't know, another little girl goes missing, similar age to the original one, and basically she's just kind of just sort of drawn into it, sort of just by accident really. There isn't really a main reason for her to be involved, but the police officer, he mentions the fact that in the original, hello Beth, in the original case, there were letters sent to him. The guy kept writing to him basically like once a month for a year nearly. In it, you know, there's a lot of quotes, biblical, Shakespeare. Some of it could be mumbo jumbo, some of it could be actual stuff. So she sort of casts her eye over that, and she sort of helps him give sort of a better understanding. She sort of breaks down, you know, what is biblical references, what is Shakespearean, and also what sort of has that druid and pagan and mystical sort of theme to it as being someone who's a paleontologist? Why do I keep saying paleontologist? Archaeologist, and you know, dealing with that sort of era. So she has a bit of knowledge on their sort of thoughts and practices, and perhaps why they might do certain things, and why certain areas might be, you know, classed as sacred and whatnot. Like the henge that they found years ago, and a dig that she did years ago, the sort of the sky, the water and the sand is sort of looked at as a sacred place between, like, almost like between life and death, because it's like where two places meet. So far nothing massive has happened. We have had the occasional chapter, which has clearly been from the little girl's point of view, because she said about how she can't see outside, how it's dark, how this man keeps, every so often he might be nice to her, but then sometimes he can be a bit angry and he's come and fed her. So we haven't really had much from her. It's kind of just like a string of thoughts really. It's only ever lasted a couple of pages. I'm hoping that it is going to go somewhere, because nothing's really happening. But yeah, she has now probably been a bit more immersed into the investigation. Her cat has turned up dead. I mean, it's not really a surprise, because I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of been like the most interesting thing that has happened so far. Someone knows that she's oh shit, sorry, I just got my ring caught in my hair. Someone knows that she's working with the police, and she's now sort of part of the investigation. So hopefully it's gonna pick up the pace. It's just kind of average paced. It's not really like fast or medium. It's just kind of, it's happening. Yeah, I just want it to be a bit more so hopefully, now that her cat's dead, sorry, maybe there's going to be a bit more race against time. Maybe he's going to start sending more letters. I just want something. Her friend and colleague from the first dig from previous years, Eric the Viking, he is coming over, so I'm kind of hoping that maybe his knowledge of that sort of druid and paganism, stuff like that, is going to really shed some light on these letters and what he might be thinking. And then maybe it's going to feel a bit more like race against time, and you know, he might be able to work out these clues, because within the letters he is telling him where to look, but of course he doesn't understand what the guy's trying to say. The police officer, he is very of that school of, you know, you're just weird is the best way I can put it, in his way of thinking. And you know, it's all mystic mumbo jumbo, and you know, he is of that ilk. He gives off that vibe, but he is weirdly likable, and I don't know why. I can't figure it out. Hopefully it's just gonna build a bit more, because yeah, I'm nearly halfway through, and it's not, I guess it's like, it's not a proper, unless maybe a body's gonna turn up. So obviously at the moment it's a disappearance, so it's not like, you know, Midsummer where bodies are dropping left, right and centre, and I'm here for that. Hopefully it'll get better. Tomorrow is my last day of work before the weekend, and then I have my little surprise from Gavin, so I don't know where we're going. People keep saying, they say, oh, he's gonna propose to you, and I'm like, or not. And I'm just like, we're going for a walk somewhere. He just won't tell me where it is. So no, there will be no ring. There will be no hats being bought. We're going for a walk somewhere. So yeah, I will check in with you later, and yeah, we can see my surprise together, which will not be an engagement. Hey guys, so it is Saturday, and so begins the magical mystery tour of where we're going. How long is it gonna take us to get there?
Hour.
An hour. Okay, so my reference points for an hour is probably the New Forest, and that's all I've got because I know nothing about geography. So yeah, I will check in with you later, and together we will find out where I'm going. we did end up going to the 100 Acre Wood, which I'm really happy about. I've always wanted to go here ever since I found out it is ridiculously close to where we live. What makes this trip even better is that Gavin got me a little goodie bag for today's trip. I'm very, very happy. He really didn't have to, so it was filled with chocolate. Me and Nick at work were talking about chocolates that we haven't eaten in ages, so like a double decker, a picnic. I've heard of Caramac but never had it, so yeah, the fact that he you're trudging over slowly, the fact that he included those is really sweet. And then he got me Winnie the Pooh and the Wrong Bees, which is just, look at it, it's so pretty. And then the other one he got is Eeyore loses his tail. And then the other gift, I've got one of these before, it's a hedgehog one, and it's a Winnie the Pooh stamp, and it is so cute. I mean, it looks like Christopher Robin has kind of taken a slash in the background, but I absolutely love it. It is just adorable. And will you stop taking photos of me?
The candid shots.
So yeah, we've still got lots of walking to do, but I just thought I would quickly show you, seeing as like no one is around right now, so yeah, perfect opportunity. Hey guys, so just checking in before I wrap this up. So on Saturday morning, I actually did finish Troy by Stephen Fry. I mean, it's a basic 5-star read because it's Stephen Fry. And whilst, yes, everything I may have learned has completely gone in one ear and out the other, I do have a greater appreciation for what happened with Troy. Basically, it was all the gods' fault is pretty much how you can nail this down. But the afterward bit, the sort of myth versus fact, was quite interesting, and going over as to whether or not how much of it could or is true, and whether or not there are like versions that have happened without the gods' involvement, like the film Troy with Brad Pitt. And then he also went over the fact that Homer, who wrote the Iliad, that was like 400 years after it all happened, and kind of how plausible it all was, which I thought was really cool and very appreciative of. But yeah, it's Stephen Fry, so of course it's going to be 5 stars. I love anything that man churns out, basically. In regards to the crossing places, I'm on like 192 of 290 something, so I'm pretty close to finishing it. I reckon I will get it done by the end of the week. It's an okay read. It's like a friendly murder, I guess, is the only way I can describe it. Like, it's not too intense, nothing major has happened. I also have discovered that 2 months have passed in this book. Didn't know that happened. I either completely missed something or it was really just not told, basically, because she says that yeah, it's been 2 months since she's met the detective, and I'm sat there on my lunch like, when did this happen? So I thought that there was the original missing girl, Lucy, and then the new missing girl, but turns out the new missing girl was already missing. He just then brings Ruth in to help out with it because of the whole Iron Age and like pagan kind of thing with the letters. So yeah, that was bizarre. I was just sat there going, wait, when did 2 months happen? So yeah, it's a very safe read. It's kind of, I don't know whether I would pick up any more in that series. I mean, if someone owned them, I would maybe borrow them, but yeah, it's kind of not what I was hoping for. I wanted something a bit more gritty, or I guess, I don't know, bodies aren't dropping all the time. I was thinking maybe there were going to be more and more kidnappings, but it's a fluffy murder, I guess. I don't know, I guess because this is like existing dead bodies and a kidnapping, maybe if I read one that was an actual murder case, maybe it would be different, but I don't know. I guess I'm just still salty over the fact that like she mentions her weight every 5 minutes in the first 30 pages. Definitely gone down a lot, and it's now more in like joking terms. Like, she said that she hadn't eaten for a whole day because of like a stress thing. I don't want to explain what it is because it would give it away. And then she was like, oh, I'll be down to a size 12 and like in no time if I carry on like this. And I'm thinking, haha, also seriously, I just think it's bizarre coming from a woman. I don't know, I think I'm just still bitter over it and don't like it really. So yeah, I think it's a fine read. It's probably going to be 3 stars. I don't know. I didn't really have any expectations because I'd never heard of the author before apart from someone at work, and she said she was kind of all right, but yeah, I want something more gritty and murdery. I'm kind of glad I've read this now because I've been saving a lot of my thrillers and murdery type books for the end of the year when it's winter, so I feel like this book probably would have let me down in comparison to other ones. But yeah, no, it's fine. So that is it for this week's reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, then hit the button, and if you want to subscribe, do that too. I will see you next week for a video. I don't even know what it will be, so we'll see together. Bye.